guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't been on in a very long time, and I apologize for that. My last video that I made was like a month ago. All the other videos that I have up were like 5 months ago. Today's video is gonna be a story time video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It's funny in some parts, in my opinion, and some parts aren't so funny, but anyways, you'll see what I'm talking about when I tell you guys the story. Okay, basically the story time is going to be about the first time after I turned 21, the first night that I went out after turning 21 and I got completely trashed and drunk. I had fun, and I remember bits and pieces, but yeah, so I'm gonna tell you guys basically what I remember out of it. The first time that I went out, and it was, the first time that I actually went out was like the weekend after my 21st birthday, and I went out with my mom and had like a girls' night type thing, and I drank, got a little drunk, a little tipsy drunk, but it wasn't nearly as bad as the second time that I went out. The second time that I went out, it was by myself with a group of my friends. And ironically, I don't really talk to those people anymore, to be honest. I don't talk to that group of people that I went out with. The night that I went out with my group of friends by myself, I went to a club down in Ybor, and we had gotten there and stuff. I got dropped off and stuff at the club, met up with my friends, and sorry, I kept looking over there. As soon as we walked in, like, the music was loud, it was crowded, it was hot, but because of all the people in there, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. And as soon as I got in there, I yelled out, "Who wants drinks?" You know, like, who wants to get a drink with me? Because I wanted a drink. Like, I had just turned 21 like 2 weeks before, like 2 or 3 weeks before. So I was like, I want a drink. And then my friend that I was with, I'm just gonna call him Tony. But anyways, Tony looked at me and said, "I want a drink, I'll go with you." And I said, okay. And he goes, "But would you buy the drink for me?" And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, you know, because I had known him since freshman year of high school. So I was like, "I'll buy you a drink, whatever." And I was like, "But you gotta buy dinner." And he was like, "Okay." And so I bought a drink for myself, and then I bought him one. I got a drink called 7 and 7. It's good, and yes, I know a lot of people are probably gonna be like, "Oh, that's what like old people drink or whatever." It's a good drink. It's a good drink. And I also like beer, Bud Light, and I like doing Goldschlager shots as well. But anyways, back to the story. I bought us the drinks, and then we went back out on the dance floor. We were dancing, drinking, all that stuff. And my friend was driving, so I was like, "Okay, you can have like 1 or 2 drinks, but then you gotta stop," because I already knew that we weren't gonna leave until like 3 in the morning, because that's when the club closed, was at 3. So we were drinking, and then he was like, "I want another one," and I was like, okay. So I bought him I didn't buy him the second drink. His friend bought him the second drink. So, which kind of made me mad, because I was like, dude, he's driving and I'm gonna be in the passenger seat. No, he needs to stop. And then he was like, his friend was like, "Oh, okay, this will be his last one, I promise." And I was like, all right, whatever. And which now when I'm looking back on it, that was kind of a bad choice to do. And this happened last year because I just turned 22 last week on Wednesday. So yeah, and we were drinking, and after we had our 2 drinks, we actually left the club to like get something to eat. There was like a pizza place right across the street. So we went and ate pizza, and then after the pizza there was like a 7-Eleven store. And I was like, I want to get a beer. And mind you, I had just started drinking, so I didn't know, like, I didn't know if I liked beer or not. B, I didn't know you couldn't mix, like, beer and liquor. So I was like, crap. And that was after the fact of what happened, which I'll get to that. So we go into the 7-Eleven, and I get a Bud Light, and the bottle's like that big. Well, it's like, yeah, that big. And he wanted a friend of his that was in the group that I met that night, she wanted a drink, but she wanted a drink, and I was like, okay, I'll buy her one too, whatever. Like, I was just being nice because I wanted, like, these group of people to like me, because I was like, okay, I need a good group of people to hang out with and go, to the clubs and stuff like that with. So I was like, all right, whatever. Kind of like I want to impress you type thing, which now when I'm looking back at it, that was stupid. I bought her a drink. I bought myself a drink. And then we left, and we went to this one area that was like close to the parking garage. We literally walked to my friend Tony's car. We went to the parking garage where he had parked his car. And we just like basically all sat around like his car and stuff, and I was drinking my beer. And mind you, I already had like 2 drinks in me. Like, I had 2 7-7s in me already from the club, because I had 2 7-7s at the club. And like I said, the beer bottle was like that big. And I was drinking it, and I ended up drinking the whole thing, but I didn't realize maybe, like, I was so out of it from the first 2 drinks that I just didn't realize I drank the whole thing until my friend Tony walked over to me and was like, did you just drink the whole beer? I'm like, no. And he literally took it from me and like went like that, and nothing came out. I was like, I drank that whole thing? And he's like, yeah, you did. And I'm like, oh. And then I was just like, oops. And then I just like grabbed the bottle from him, and I just like, I think I like threw it or something in like a grass area or something like that. Like, I just like chucked it, like I threw it or whatever. I don't remember what I did to that, but I think I just threw it. Which, don't do that. And then after that, there was still time before the club closed, so we went back to the club. And then we just like danced the rest of the night because there was only like 20 minutes left. Like 15-20 minutes until the club closed, so we went back and danced for the last 15-20 minutes. And then after that, we all left, and then I asked my friends, I asked Tony's friend that I met for her number so we can like all like keep in touch as a group, and they all added me on Facebook the very next day and stuff like that. And some of them added me before, some of them added me the next day. But me and my friend Tony's friend, her and I like became really good friends and stuff, which I was happy about because I was like, sweet. The other people, we talked like within the group, but other than that, we didn't talk really that much. But the funny part thing is when we were leaving, I started feeling the effects like of drinking too much. And I don't know if you can hear that, but my phone's ringing, my house phone. But I started drinking, like I started feeling the effects of drinking, and we were walking. My friend, I couldn't even walk. Like, I was like all over the place, like stumbling and stuff like that. I felt horrible. I felt like I was gonna puke. Like, literally, I felt like I was gonna puke. And my friend had to put my arm like around him, like around his neck, and his other friend that like was in the car with us, he put my other arm around him, and like literally they helped me to walk to the car. Like, I was trashed. And then we got in the car and we're driving home. But before I tell you this part, I forgot a part where when we were at the pizza place, I was eating pizza and I was just like laughing at the randomest things. Everyone was like laughing at me, but my mom was texting me, was like, what time are you gonna be home? Can Tony bring you home? All this stuff. And I was like, I literally handed the phone to Tony. I was like, can you text my mom? I can't type. And he started laughing. He was like, seriously? He was like, really, dude? I'm like, I wanted to drink. I just turned 21. Like, get over yourself. I'm gonna drink. And then we went, and then when we were leaving, and we were walking to the car, like I said, they both had their arms around me. Like, I put my arms around them and stuff. And then at one point, I had to stop. Like, I'm getting lightheaded. I'm feeling dizzy. I don't like this feeling. I need to sit for a minute. And he was like, okay. And then there's this one area that leads to the movie theater. And I just like sat there like on the sidewalk, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit because I'm feeling really, really nauseous. Tony was like, do you need to get water? And I was like, yes, I need water. Like, my mouth is dry, my throat is dry, like, I need water. And Tony was like, okay, I'll get you water. I'm like, thanks. He comes back with water. I'm starting to, like, sip on the water. I couldn't even, like, I was moving so slow because I was out of it. And then, my dad had texted me at that moment and was like, hey, how are you doing? Is everything okay? Do you need me to come get you or anything like that? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I texted him back and I said, no, I'm fine. I'm a little bit tipsy right now, but no, Tony's taking me home. And he texted back and said, okay, love you, text me in the morning. And I said, okay. And then we walked to the car. As we get to the parking garage where the car's at, and I'm like literally like maybe 5 or 10 feet away. Like, it's not that far. So I'm just like, I'm walking, and then I'm like, I'm gonna puke. Like, I kept saying that, and Matt's like, okay, just stop. Like, 5 seconds, like legit right after, I just puked. Like, it was horrible. And then Tony looked at me and he goes, yeah, I need to get you home. And I'm like, I should have been home already, to be honest. And then they get me in the car, and I'm sitting there like I'm just like leaning like against like my head against the window because all I wanted to do was like sleep. I felt very, very sick. I didn't like it. And I texted my mom and I'm like, I don't feel good. I puked. And then my mom was like, get home now. Like, she typed that in capital letters. She was like, get home. And I was like, I'm on my way. And she said, okay. I get home. Tony literally, like, it was hilarious. Tony, he literally ripped his shirt to put my hair up in a ponytail. Like, he turned a piece of his shirt that he was wearing or had in his car or something like that. Like he ripped it and then he like put my hair up because I puked. But I got home and my mom answered the door and my mom could already tell I was drunk. And I walk in, and as I'm walking, I stumbled, and then the way my door is, it's like there's a window right there with like blinds, and I literally went like that, and I hit the blinds, and I said, "Excuse me," thinking it was a person that I bumped into, and my mom goes, "Yeah, you need to get to bed now," and then she thanked my she thanked Tony and his friends that were in the car. Um, she thanked him and said, "Thank you so much for getting her home safe," and all that stuff. And he was like, "You're welcome." And then I went to sleep. Yeah, I went to sleep. I had like a bucket by my bed because I still felt like I was gonna puke again. Well, I was like, okay, all right. And then the next morning was horrible. Like, I woke up, I had the worst headache ever. I didn't wake up until like noon or 12:30, something like that. And then I woke up, I didn't want to eat anything. The smell of food made me sick. Like, it was horrible. And hangovers are the worst. And it was my first that I experienced, and I was just like, I never want to experience that again. Like, ever. I'm like, I don't want to go through that. But the next morning, I didn't want to eat. So literally, my mom's like, okay, you have to eat something. Drink water and eat something. And I was like, okay, okay. So she made me like a piece of toast with butter on it. And then I had a water bottle in my room. So I just drank that and then ate the piece of toast. I only had like one piece of toast. And I ate it very slowly because I didn't want to like throw it up or anything. So, because I needed to have food in my system. Like, I needed to get food in my system. So I was just like, okay. That was pretty much how that first experience getting drunk went for me. So yeah, that's my story time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.